21. Mostly albino animals. Number 21. This snowy white squirrel might find it difficult to hide from prey with that coloring. Speaking of which, check out its eyes. They're dark, not pink or light, indicating the animal has a condition called leucism, which causes partial loss of multiple types of pigmentation in an animal, resulting in white, pale, or patchy coloration in the skin that doesn't affect the eyes. Albinism, however, indicates a loss of melanin. A leucistic animal will have normal colored eyes, while an albino has lighter tan or pink colored eyes. Number 20. So contrast the leucistic squirrel with an authentic albino squirrel. You see the difference in the eyes, right? Now, this albino squirrel is named Albert, and he's actually a gray squirrel. He's known to show up for snacks doled out in a garden in West Lothian in Scotland. Did you know that only 1 in 100,000 squirrels is albino? Number 19. Who knew baby albino hedgehogs might prove to be a valuable teacher's aid? This African pygmy hedgehog named Snowball visits special needs schools with 8 fellow albino hedgehogs to help kids understand that being different can be beautiful and interesting. That's according to Jay Gunn, the guy who came up with the program. Number 18. Here's a skunk of an entirely different color, as in all albino white. The big guy is named Straken, and he's the father of the smaller skunk, a baby female who has no name as of yet. Having an albino skunk father albino offspring is very rare. They make their home at the Five Sisters Zoo in West Lothian, Scotland. We heard that name before, didn't we? And these animals have become quite a hit with the public. If you'd like to visit them, just follow your nose. Number 17. In 2008, amphibian experts were all hopped up over discovering an extremely rare batch of albino tadpoles deposited in a garden pond. At least 4 separate globs of albino spawn were found there, while the frog spawn and tadpoles exhibited off-white skin color and pink eyes. No adult albino frogs were discovered. Sightings of albino frogs, toads, and newts are very rare, according to researchers, but multiple instances of albinism in individuals is rarer still. Number 16. In 2014, a previously unknown albino bottlenose dolphin was spotted in the Mediterranean Sea, swimming between Italy and Croatia. It's thought to be a male and apparently in good health. Named Albus by marine researchers, he was seen playing with other dolphins in local waters after first being seen near the Italian port city of Ravenna. Bottlenose dolphins are usually a gray color. Scientists say there might be only 20 albino dolphins in the world. Then again, we can't see if Albus's eyes are pink. Maybe he's leucistic. What do you think? Number 15. Makea Scar. In the Sioux language, that means white cloud. She's an albino female buffalo who makes her home at North Dakota's National Buffalo Museum and Cultural Center. She's been certified to be a true albino American bison. She's allowed to roam freely over several hundred acres of the museum grounds. Did you know that Native Americans make sacred pilgrimages to visit her? Number 14. 14 albino lions were among the illegally imported animals found within a Bangkok warehouse. The big cats were trapped in small cages with no way to access space outdoors. In all, more than 1,000 animals were found during a raid conducted by police. Thailand is known as the hub of an international black market for protected animals, such as the African albino lions. Number 13. A white elephant usually refers to something that is difficult to get rid of or has become more bother than it's worth. Then you have an actual white elephant like you see here. Well, okay, this is a bit of a cheat. The elephant isn't really albino or leucistic at all. The coloring is the result of clay drying to its skin after bathing at a water hole. Number 12. This baby ring-tailed lemur might be considered good luck, believe it or not. Some cultures consider albino animals to be harbingers of fortunate circumstance. Number 11. This little wallaby looks like he's been playing around in a sack of flour. Or do you think he slightly resembles an overgrown lab rat? Number 10. If these two hook up, it'll be a real white wedding. At Symbio Wildlife Park in Helensburgh, New South Wales, love has seemingly blossomed between a rare white leucistic kookaburra and an albino echidna, also known as a spiny anteater. The animals work so well together that they began conducting educational shows with zookeepers. Number 9. So there's a sight you definitely don't see every day. We're guessing most of this giraffe's fellow animals in Tanzania's Tarangire National Park might feel the same way. Number 8. Some distinctive coloring on this baby American alligator makes a snappy impression, one might say. Look at the eyes, though. The little guy isn't an albino. He has the condition we mentioned earlier, leucism, where the animal has a partial loss of pigmentation that doesn't affect the eyes, unlike an albino. Number 7. If you'd like an idea of what the wee lad might look like when he's all grown up, just take a look. It's not the exact same white gator, so you know. This one is found in Gatorland in central Florida, which has 4 of these leucistic alligators. Number 6. Casper the Shark. A dogfish shark measuring over 3 feet long dropped a lot of jaws when it arrived at the Blue Reef Aquarium in East Sussex in the UK. Virtually unheard of, true albino sharks don't tend to last long in the wild because the white coloring makes it more difficult to camouflage themselves against predators. Researchers feel that Casper is either very lucky or very smart to reach adulthood in such good shape. Number 5. Polar bears. Ever wonder why there are so many albino polar bears? Okay, here's another change-up. Actually, no albino polar bears are known to exist. These animals actually have black skin that help them absorb the sun's rays to keep warm. It's the white fur that gives some people the wrong impression that they're albinos. And just in case you missed it, we'll repeat, yeah, we know, polar bears aren't albino. Number 4. Snowflake, the world's only known albino gorilla. Snowflake was captured in Equatorial Guinea in 1966 and was taken to the Barcelona Zoo where he lived until his death in 2003. His albinism is thought to have caused a rare form of skin cancer, which led to his untimely demise. Number 3. In 2012, 2 rare white Bengal tiger cubs were born in a Russian zoo. The mother is a white tigress, something equally as rare. White tigers are nearly extinct, and those that do survive are held in captivity. Did you know that in the past century, no more than 12 of these animals have been spotted in the wild? Number 2. This albino raccoon made himself welcome at the garden of a home in Knox County, Tennessee. The homeowner said 3 raccoons showed up and started helping themselves to the bird feeder, and 2 of the animals were albinos. They don't look quite the same without that trademark mask, do they? Now, what do you bet? The so-called albino raccoon is actually a chupacabra. Yeah, you heard it here first. Number 1. The white stag. Kings and queens of Narnia couldn't capture a white stag. Neither could King Arthur, for that matter. But an amateur photographer did accomplish the feat, snapping the picture in the Forest of Dean in Gloucestershire, England. You'd almost think it was photoshopped, but Ken Grindle said the animal just happened to meander by his campsite. Very interesting to note the stag's antlers, which appear almost pink in the photograph, kind of matching some of the surrounding foliage. White stags are actually red deer that have a condition called leucism, which we've mentioned previously, so it's not albino. You can see the stag's eyes are dark, not light or pink, as you'd see in the case of an albino, and in addition to being linked to unicorns, the white stag pops up in the mythologies of many, many cultures.